So today I'm taking a look at iBots.io, which is a trading bot protocol in the DeFi crypto space. The idea behind this is basically you deposit money and then they'll take those funds and set up a trading bot for you. And you are paid out in profits made by that trading bot. So for me, yesterday I put in about $500 and so far I've made about $1 profit. Um, And then if you look at the profits calendar, here are the percentages of previous days. So like 3% or 0.3%, 0.2%, 0.1%, so on and so forth. So these are pretty reasonable profit amounts. If you look at the ROI graph, basically from November 2022 to now, they've made about 22% in profits. One thing to make note is that I do think they plan on capping the TVL. So right now, I think it's out of 1 million. We're at 250,000 right now. So we've still got a ways to go. But if you do plan on joining, or if you're thinking about joining this project, you do want to make a decision soon. And you will have to create an account if you decide to join. It's nothing crazy, just basically have an email, set up a password. There's some other security features like two-factor authentication if you choose, but that's kind of up to you once you sign up. So the transactions that you're going to be working with is deposit funds, withdrawal funds, and compound funds. So the first thing, let's take a look at the withdrawal feature. One thing that I do like is that they give you the option to deposit either your earnings or your bots value, so your profits or your initial deposits. Um, there are some fees associated with it, so like 499 or less is $5, 500 or more is 1%. I do think these might change in the future, but just keep an eye on that, maybe in their Discord group announcements. And you will receive funds in USDT. So one thing that I am a little bit curious about, maybe this might, be something to think about, is that since we are able to withdraw our bot values at any time, what happens if if there's like mass panic, flood, or something like that, and everyone wants to withdraw? Will that affect us? That's something to think about. I don't know the answer right now, but maybe they have like a way to kind of prevent that. And then if you look at the compound tab here, so there's a minimum of $50 in order to compound. There's some more fees. And you may also notice that it does say here it might take up to 24 hours to set up your trading bots. So this applies to withdrawing, compounding, and depositing, which kind of makes sense. They do need to move the funds around a little bit and get things set up. So for me personally, when I deposited the initial value, um, it only took a few hours before it showed up in my dashboard. So I think they're just setting up 24 hours to kind of give them some more breathing room, some more working room, but it might not take that long. They also have this new feature, or this cool feature, which is a debit card service. So you'll enter your information here and they'll send you a card over. Apparently you can deposit like earnings, bot values into the card. There are some rules like minimum deposit, maximum deposit, some fees, but that's pretty cool to see. Personally, I'm probably not going to mess with this. I'm not too interested in cards, um, but if it's something that you like, it might be something to consider. And then at the pricing tab here, so these are the fees that are associated with all these transactions. Just know, like, there's service fees, 20% from bot profits, maintenance fees, 1% every 30 days, withdrawal fees, so on and so forth. Once again, I do think that these are going to change, but just keep an eye out for whatever they announce. So here is their white paper. I'm not going to go through this entirely, but if you are interested, I would highly recommend reading this white paper before you jump in. Same thing with really any project, but if you have any questions, there's a good chance they might be answered here. It's like, what is iBots, projected ROI, how do the bots work, is it sustainable, so on and so forth. And if you don't find the answer to your question, you can always hop into their Discord group and then ask there. So I made a quick notepad of some notes that I thought were important. So the first thing is that iBots.io uses Forex and crypto AI trading bots, and they use the DCA bot strategy, which is dollar cost averaging. It's a pretty common strategy for trading bots. They're looking to get a 1 to 15% ROI per month, which is pretty good. And then there is a minimum deposit for these bots, so you do have to have at least $250 in USDT. So USDT is what you'll be depositing as. And then the chains that they operate on are BSC, AVAX, Matic, and Ethereum. So you can deposit USDT from any of these. I personally would use these first three just because Ethereum has a lot of gas fees. But ultimately, it is up to you, and whatever you prefer, you can use either of these. But yeah, so returning back to the dashboard, in terms of what I plan on doing, I think I'm just going to stick with my initial value here and then just focus on taking profits. Um, if things go well in the next few weeks, like if it's still around, I might compound a little bit, but really my main focus is taking profits. Once again, this is still DeFi, this is crypto, so uh, it's very risky out there. Always invest, intelligently. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. So always be super, super careful and do your own research. But yeah, good luck.